Hello everyone, welcome on in. Let me check everything is working properly. You can hear me and let's have some music as well. Perfect. I know I'm a bit early, but you know what? I was modding anyway and I was like, hey, I can mod with just me or I can mod while streaming and then I get to talk to you. So here we go. I didn't bother with the green screen today. So hopefully if there's something absolutely crucial that you need to see, you know, behind me, let me know and I'll just move so you can see what it is. But for now, that's fine. It's more comfortable. I can move around my chair without having to go, oh crap, if I move, the green screen is gonna move with me and all that. So the very first plan for this modding stream is to actually test. Such a fun part of modding. Everybody's favorite part, probably. And by now there's a number of quests that need to be tested. So I think we're just gonna go in order and see what it is. Yeah. So first we want to taste? Wow. To test our very first hire, very first crewmate. And I'm saying very first, it's not like an order. You can see there's different crew members and there are different supply quests and they can be done in any order you wish. But you know, alphabetically, that's what it is. So first we're going to recruit Isaiah. And I've ended up calling, like, in my mind she's Isa because when I was taking notes and everything, it's a lot shorter. So there we go. And the music might be, we'll see how it is with the music. If it's like clashing with the game too much, then in fact it doesn't have to. Up. We'll do that and we'll be fine. We are a dark elf. We are an acrobat apprentice. This is our name. I really ought to have a saved game with this ready. Oops, ready, so I don't have to do it every time. Player. Set speed 300. What did I do? Set speed. Yeah. There we go. We want that to test. We definitely want the God mod to test as well. We're going to need gold. You never know. We also want to do a couple of add topic background, because with the quick start mod we don't have that. And to test our quest we're going to need the topic crew and the topic supplies. I think that's it. And the music is too loud. Too loud in my ears. That would be why. Okay, better that way. All right. I think we're about ready. So we are recruiting the first NPC. For a little bit of background, before you get to that point in the mod, you're going to get a quest. A quest where you get a boat. So that's one of the prerequisites to recruit, you know, sailors for your boats. The journal. I'm trying to remember if I'm forgetting something. You know what? If I'm forgetting something, I'm sure we'll find out very, very soon. Before supply and crew. Essentially, we'll be testing the supply quest and the crew quest. The supply quests, you've seen some of them because they are the ones I've been working on, and the crew quests are written by Alice. So normally at this point, okay, it was looking very red. At this point you have a boat, and I can't show you the boat because it's not in that plugin. We haven't merged everything yet. It's a bit too soon to merge everything. It's not like we're close to finishing. But one thing that you will have when you do the quest to get a boat, you will have a note with the list of possible business partners and places where you could find, let's go with that, places where you could find sailors. And then in the game, when you look at this, you would know that if you go to Narmok, you can recruit someone. We can ask a guard. I'm gonna quick save because I want to test the two options. I saw a red guard woman at the Dreg Jitter's Rest. She seemed like a sailor or maybe a pirate. I'm keeping my eyes on her. At which point you just get a quick journal entry for the absent-minded people such as myself that go like, where, who was it again? And I just don't remember, you know, the name. It happens. If you don't talk to a guard, you should get a different topic. I saw a red guard woman at the Drake Jitter's Rest. She seemed like a sailor for me. Oh no. Oh no, lady. Not a sailor for me, a sailor to me. Some would say a pirate, even. But I know better than to stick my nose in someone else's business. Okay, a sailor to me. Alright, I'm gonna have to fix that. Legend of the Hidden, and no. Didn't know anyone streamed modding, this is cool. I will admit that Morrowind modding is pretty rare. To my knowledge, who does some streaming of Morrowind modding? Reasonably recently, you will catch some modding if you watch Abbott, either on YouTube or Twitch. He does some Let's Play or some modding, and even when he does the Let's Play, he's going to talk about modding and how it's done and how to fix things and how to do things. So, you know, you get a bit of both. I was told to look for a red guard woman, and she has the looks of the same. Okay, this is good. Can you guess which of the red guard women is the one we need to talk to? I'll give you a second. And the reason why I'm modding Morrowind rather than playing it is because right now there is a modding competition that ends next week, and we only have 1 week to finish our mod, so no time to play. Gotta mod, gotta mod, gotta mod, gotta mod.
If you want something,
Here is I. Now shut up, other red guard woman. What do you want? I want you to be part of my crew. Do you offer me work on your sheep? I don't know. I've never heard of you, and frankly, I don't like you. Yes, it is the annual one, though it didn't happen last year. It's the Morrowind Modding Madness. There we go. Morrowind Modding Madness. And there are 10 teams this year. Would you believe it? It's like between 30 to 40 modders taking part, which is super, super cool. Alright, so she doesn't want to join at that point. There are actually a number of lines. There is one where she likes you and she'll join you if your character has already quested around. She will give you a different line, as in more October. If your character has already got some reputation, which clearly I don't, because, you know, my character has just been created, but that's one of the things that I've really wanted to have with the quest, is that if the character, your character, has done a number of quests in the game, then you will get different lines. So the downside is that when you play the mod for the first time, you only get one line, but usually for one line that you get, there's 2, 3, 4, or 5 different lines based on your stats, the quest you've done, the choices you've made before. And I don't mean like in this mod, but in the game in general. So right now I have no reputation, but now that she likes me, she'll agree to join me. Very in-depth, yes, maybe a little too much, but you know, that's something, if somebody plays the mod once, hopefully they'll enjoy it, and if they play it a second time, they'll go, this is different. Or simply the fact that if you get to say, yes, I will help you escape because I have helped slaves escape before, as a player, you go, yeah, that's right, I've done that. Thank you for noticing it. Do you offer me work on your ship? I don't really have plans. I might as well. However, some bad people have taken everything from me. If you want me to work on your ship as a sailor, I will need an iron saber and 5 standards healing potions. Buy those potions in a proper shop, please, because my stomach is too delicate to take any homemade potions you might have. Acquire those items from me and we have a deal. Right. Now, this guy always has iron weapons. Here we go. So this is good. No, I don't want max cell, sorry. I want to. There we go. I doubt you will find many unspoiled potions here in Narmok. Most people travel to Caldera and buy theirs from Erlen Thierry. You will find him at the Guild of Mages or in the Guilds of Mages. Guys, help me with English. I'm not sure there. Baka, welcome back. Lovely to see you. You'll find him at the Guild of Mages or in the Guild of Mages. Tell me, chat. Save my English. This is me staring at the chat. That's what I had, right? So I leave it there. Thank you. Both are fine. Oh, well, then we just leave it like that. Caldera.
What is the dilemma?
No, that's it. My dilemma is solved. Thank you.
Speak quickly.
Obviously, I'm using the console commands to go very quickly to test everything. You know, as well as I do that when you play the game, if you're told to go to Caldera, at least that's the way I play, I'm gonna go, yeah, well, let's see, Caldera, or while I'm there, maybe I should do this and I should do that, and then I completely forget what I wanted to do, and I will not do the quest properly. But for now, we are cheating, like, happily, just so that we can do our quest quickly. I should have the stuff. Do you have the items? Excellent. Let me just take them. I'll find my own way to your ship, Captain. Captain with a capital C, no? Let's talk on board. It's a title. I would put a capital C. Goodbye, she says.
Anytime you're ready.
She just went on board the ship that we supposedly acquired, you know, just a little while ago. What did I want to say? VC is joins, and what did I want to change? Oh, captain becomes a captain. There. I like that you are in the normal Morrowind engine as well. Yeah, yeah. I mean, whether you go for OpenMW or Old Wind, you know, you get advantages. All right, now I don't have my ship there, so I'm gonna have to COC to the cell. Hopefully the little script I added to teleport to the ship worked properly. Isaiah should be on board.
You seem to be doing all right for yourself.
Yeah,
What
no,
can I do for you?
almost, Isaiah, almost. I'll have to check that script. Missing is a TP to boat. It's a matter of changing the numbers. That's what it is. All right. While we're here, we might as well take a look at the boat. This is all I have for the boat. Kalinta, when I'm... Oh no, you go away. He's here for testing. There we go. He'll be quiet. When I was saying earlier that I am not good at cluttering, this... Oh, I'll have to move that. The deck. Move the table. I moved at the last moment. I thought the table was a little too close to the door, but now I move it so far that it's in the mast, and we can't have that. I'll move it back a little bit. So this interior took me a whole day, and it's basically empty, which is a little sad. And for this is your personal room, and all I've done is put a bed. There's not even a pillow. Come on, we can add. I'll have to do the clutter. A bed, a desk, and then many shelves. Do what... Oh, I'll have to... Like, it's on purpose that I don't have the two shelves aligned perfectly, because if they align perfectly, then the two textures, they sort of flicker as you move, and that's not pretty. But you want to align them almost perfectly. This is not almost perfectly enough. There we go. This guy, I don't want to delete him yet. I'll need him some more. So I have some crates. I have, to a reasonable extent, I have tried to put things in the way that they would work on a boat. So I have things reasonably secured. So I assume those baskets, sure, they might sway somewhat, but unless the ship just, you know, topples upside down, I think it would be fine on a ship. This, debatable, isn't it? Very debatable. You can't see it, but there's ropes around them as well. Okay. This is probably a fire hazard, but you know what? Our people, they gotta eat. Like they used to cook on board the ship, so I'm sure they know how to do it without burning the ship down. This water does nothing. However, if you have ashfall, you will be able to drink from it. Same thing. This oven does nothing. If you have ashfall, you will be able to cook. And this axe is an iron axe. You can actually use it to chop wood if you have ashfall as well. So that's the main table for everyone to eat there. Like, I'm sure on an actual ship that wouldn't be secure enough, but that will have to do. And then the crew quarters is just pathetic. I just put beds, dirty clothes, and that's it. That's all I've got. Realism? Eye candy is better than realism. And yes, I agree, Legend of the Hidden item placement, like, it's just some people actually find it very, like, soothing, almost meditative to place the item, and you do it like very, very precisely. Me, I just don't have the patience. So really, when I started, I was like, I'm gonna do something. Welcome back, Skink, and Prof as well. That's what I thought I saw. Welcome back. I hope you're all modding. Well, maybe not you, Skink. Oh, maybe you're modding Oblivion. Come on, don't be shy. So for this interior, rather than make a beautiful houseboat where you want to live and it's cozy and everything, I didn't go for cozy at all because that would take me too much time, and like I'm not good at cluttering. So yeah, I did reasonably realistic. Yeah, no, they touch just the way I want. Reasonably realistic without making it too. You're modding Stellaris. That's good, but breaking it, not good. All right, for the ship interior, I think this is it. I still have to clean the outside of the cell, essentially, and right now that's nothing, but essentially, as I was building it, I put all kinds of pieces of baskets and ropes around the boat, and I was like, you look like an interesting rope, let's see what I can do with you. So I still have to clean that up. For now, let's continue testing her quest. What is it?
You can't stop me.
I'm not trying to stop you.
Do you
Hopefully.
want to?
What are you getting?
Country.
No thank you. I have a full latte that I'm not drinking. See, at least when I'm playing the game, I die from time to time, and that gives me an opportunity to have a sip of coffee. But now, no time whatsoever. Hopefully done with my dungeon soon, placing lights at the moment, right? That's part of cluttering, and especially lights. At least in the construction set with objects, you place the object, you press F, and it's going to drop down until it hits collision. But it doesn't work with lights, or most of them don't. So lights are so annoying to place. So annoying. Most vanilla NPCs are a foot above the ground. I bet Tariel, the Falling Wood Elf, is a joke based on that. It's true that they are placed higher, but not so high that they hurt themselves falling. Apart from Tariel. You are at 1,235 references in the cell. It's a little on the little side, isn't it? Did you, knowing you, I mean, don't tell me if it's a surprise and you don't want to spoil, but did you use some script for hidden passageways and traps and things like that? I'm sure there's something. There's something. Your dungeons always have unexpected things. All right, your background, Isaiah. Very well, Captain. Captain without... Okay, tell me before I start correcting all the captain. When addressing the captain, do you capitalize the C? Like, I feel like it should be capitalized because it's a title. But then again, I don't know. So I refer to you, native speakers. Do I capitalize captain or not? Yeah, okay. So another captain to capitalize. You think so? Very well, Captain. I am a noble woman from an ancient Hammerfell family. Boring life. Or, oh, there's so many typos that I missed. So we have Captain, the boring life of a noble woman. That's the 5th time I'm playing the quest, and only now do I see this. And an arranged marriage with a man I don't like did not really suit me. So when a merchant offered me to buy the map leading to the treasure of the Dunmer parrot named Lanessa Sentis, I took the opportunity and escaped. I hoped that I would find a life full of adventure at sea, looking for that treasure. I signed up with a ship as a sailor. Continue. When the captain, no capital C there because it's just a noun. When the captain of the ship found out about the map, he betrayed me. He took the map from me and made me walk the plank. as pirates do. Hey Plan, hello. During the madness, I just learned about the Control-Shift-V paste shortcut in the construction set. Hey, hang on. Control-Shift-V. What is Control-Shift-V? Calendar. Like, copy-paste fine, select multiple items, copy-paste fine. What is Control-Shift-V? You can tell me now. That's 1 week until the deadline. It's not gonna change anything. I'm still gonna need days to finish that interior. I don't use Control-Shift-V, ever. It's never too late to learn. Panan, capitalized titles when set as part of a name. She is a captain. It's a noun. Hello, captain. Yeah, that's my feeling. Paste where the original item was instead of... Oh, yes. Okay, yeah. I never used that. Which I guess is really handy if you want to line crates or glasses or things like that. I never used that. How do I do? Because if I want to have a line of things and have them all starting on the same position, I'm gonna go paste, 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 like my 3-4 items, and then just drag them. But I have to remember it. Okay. The plank. Another ship rescued me and took me to Narmok, where I've met you. I hope that one day I can have my revenge on the captain and find the treasure. Imagine! The treasure of Lanessa Sentis. Do you want to help me tracking down the captain and finding the treasure? I am not familiar with the geography of Ardenfell, but I do remember that the treasure map mentioned a place called Sadrith Mora. I think that the captain must have visited that place. How did I miss all those typos? Maybe we should ask around to see whether someone saw him and his crew. Alright, let's check the journal. Isaiah asked me to track down the captain who took the treasure map from her and find the treasure of the Dunmer pirate, Lanessa Sentis. Isaiah told me that she was certain that the treasure map mentioned Sadrith Mora, so the captain must have gone there. Maybe I should ask around there about the captain. I'm like, English is not my strong suit, but the two there, this close, annoy me a little bit. Like, it's just... Okay. Isaiah told me that she was certain the treasure map mentioned Sadrith Mora, so the captain must have gone there. Maybe I should ask around there about the captain. And it's like, captain, there, captain. For now, Hey, Tansy, hello. For now, I'm just taking notes. And then when we're in the construction set, I will ask you to help me with the words. So it was Isa's dialogue about her background. We have captain or noble blah blah blah. That doesn't work. Okay. Also, we have in the journal index that goes with it, there, captain twice. I'd like to change that. But for now, let's go to Sadrith Mora. So right now we are in the ship's interior, which will move around as you sail the ship around. The ship interior will be wherever you leave your ship. So yeah, at that point you could actually choose to sail to Sadrith Mora rather than COC to Sadrith Mora. Yeah, the second sentence isn't necessary. Yeah, it does feel redundant. When we're in the construction set, we'll see what can be done. Alright, if I ask you about the pirate, do I look like a sailor, a pirate, or treasure hunter, or a drunk to you? Take your stories with you to the nearest inn. I'm sure I know nothing of Lanessa Sentis. I've added that line originally. Alice had anyone in Sadrith Mora that would tell you about it. and I decided I wanted the player to work a little bit more. And also, when you play, oh, I still have TCL. When you play RPGs, you get the information, the quest, the information, and the party members in the inn. And so now anyone in Sadrith Mora, either here or in the Dirty Muriel Club, will be able to give you the information. A captain with his crew indeed passed through our town. He was telling everyone in the tavern that he's searching nearby shipwrecks to find the treasure of this Lanissa Centis that you have mentioned. There's one directly west of Sadrith Mora, but it's been plundered years ago. There's another one northeast, I think, but it's further away. The way that Captain was bragging about this treasure he's going to find made me... I feel like... Do I want to put a comma there? The way the Captain was bragging about this treasure he's going to find, comma, made me think that he wanted somebody... Comma or no comma? You're my dictionary, guys. I'm sorry. I'm using you. No shame. Just a little bit of shame. Oh, you know what I need to do also? I need to increase the UI so you can see. Because I know it's quite tiny right now. It's the original resolution. It's a bit small. The way that Captain was bragging about this treasure he's going to find made me think that he wanted somebody to follow. Maybe no comma. And maybe I'm overthinking it. I mean, the madness is not going to be won or lost because of commas, right? Right? Let's check the journal. A quick inquiry in Sadrith Mora revealed that I should look for shipwrecks near Sadrith Mora. Without comma seems fine, thank you, Calendar. The shipwreck northeast seems more promising than the one west of town. Indeed, indeed. Hang on. Obviously, I know exactly where I'm going, but the player won't. So forget everything you see, guys. So it's still a little bit fun for you to play. Originally, Alice had put the treasure in a tomb, but then when I checked, the tomb is one that Remiros used for a quest mod, and I really want the mod to be compatible with, you know, other mods. So I moved it to this shipwreck. And even I moved the chest that we want outside of the shipwreck. That way, this mod is compatible with Corsair's mod. There's another mod with shipwrecks, and I forgot what it is. And then there's Zero Fox's mod, and I checked all three. They're fine. So this mod is compatible with any and all shipwreck mods. The way the captain bragged about the treasure made me think he wanted to be followed. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to up. Copy paste that so I can find it again later when we go back to the construction set. Thank you. Yeah, it felt a little too long. I think that's why I wanted to put a comma, even though it's not really needed. I already have that. I don't want to rest. How did I know there would be a trap? I put it there. I did find the shipwreck and the chest. The chest was trapped and only contained a note. I should show it to Isaiah. And this is the note in question. You are too late, Isaiah. Better luck next time. P.S. I really hope that fire trap didn't singe your pretty hair. Oh, how mean. At this point, you would go back to your ship and talk to Isaiah again. I'm going to do that the lazy way. Damn you, Lanasek. Well, it seems that he has bitten us to this treasure. And to think that he would brag about finding the treasure in Sadrith Mora so that the people would lead us to that trap chest really makes me angry. I swear that one day I'm going to slit the throat of that bastard with my saber. Tell me about Lanasek. Lanasek is the pirate captain who betrayed me. Yes, I did not tell you the whole truth. I was a sailor on a pirate ship before. I apologize. I couldn't know how you would react to that, and I needed a new job. If we want to recover the treasure, we must find him. I added this line as a choice. Lots of water, many boats. How do we do this? I know words, not my thing. Now, at this point, there are going to be a number of replies, whether you've already dealt with Conctunian Ponius, I think is the name. Lanasek makes a night's profit selling between Ebonheart and Old Ebonheart. Let me tell you, the East Empire Company plastered Lanasek's face on wanted posters more than once. What was the name of that angry little Imperial in the company? He'd get red in the face at the mere mention of Lanasek. Here I only have this option. However, if you've done... I found 2 quests with a Conctonian... We're gonna call him Conctonian, okay? That might not be his exact name. If you have already met him when you did the Imperial Cult quest, collecting money, then the answer you have there, you only have one answer, but it's like, oh yeah, I've dealt with him before doing a quest for on behalf of the Imperial Cult. I know where to find him. And the other one is when you do a House Lalu quest and you go to him to negotiate the price of ebony, I think it is. If you have done that quest, then the line you have here is, yeah, oh yeah, I talked to him on behalf of House Lalu, I know where to find him. Here, that's it. You go to Ebonheart and either you know the game and you sort of know that you'll have to go straight to him because he's kind of the boss in that building, or you just talk to the people in Ebonheart. That's it. So I don't know, maybe I wasted my time adding multiple lines when the player only sees one. But I feel like if I had talked to him and my character gets the opportunity to say, oh yes, I know him, I met him, I don't know, I think it feels nice. Saya told me that the captain who betrayed her was really the pirate captain named Lanasek, the dread pirate Lanasek. She speculates that being a pirate, Lanasek must have caused some trouble for the East Empire companion ships of Vardenfell. Alright. So far, so good. Oh, I forgot. We will want to put... You see why I have typos on top of my problems with English? I can't type either. Shortest sentence. I have to remember to place that shortest sentence that we have. Okay. Conctunian Ponius. I might have said Conctonian Punius. A little bit of a... Hey Variel, yes, I did start a bit earlier. I was ready. So I went for it. Lanasek, yes, he sank several of our ships. That bastard is celebrating in the Six Fishes right now, here in Ebonheart, spending money like there's no tomorrow, inviting everyone to a drink. I wanted to send the Legion to capture him, but if you have a score to settle with him, feel free to save me the trouble. Told me that, and I said he would be okay to care of him and promised a generous reward. Actually, I added the promised generous reward, but in the dialogue he didn't say that, so I'm gonna have to change the dialogue there as well. and we go to the pub where there's a party going on. I need to check something. You will good. You will know why I needed to check that very soon. And you know what I'm realizing? Oh, I need to enable the NPCs. Here's Lanasek waiting for us. Darn, I knew that lass Isaiah would find me sooner or later. A remarkable woman, isn't she? Well, anyway, you have caught me off guard. I am drunk and I'm not capable of fighting, so I offer you my surrender. Not only will I give you over the treasure, but I will also offer to serve on your ship as an experienced sailor. What do you say? What do we say, guys? Do we say he must pay with his blood for his crime? Or do we accept his offer? You tell me while I sip coffee. Are you feeling compassionate and generous or revengeful? We accept his offer. Hey, Bouncy Bucket. I accept your offer. Lanasek puts on his mates. His eyes darts left and right, and he teleports away. Oh, what a coward. If you decide to fight him, he teleports away as well. It's one of those choices that change nothing. And now remember, I need to give him a bottle. That coward Lanasek had no intention of fighting or surrendering. He fled like the coward he is. He can't have run far. His boat should still be near Ebenheart. Now, in the game, you have a ship like this one that you can sail, and you also have a row ship. So at this point, you can either take your row ship or, you know, swim. And there he is. Lanasek. You sure are a persistent dark elf. Are all dark elves as annoying as you? He draws his sword. And dies. We get a pretty sword. And we get some money. Oh, maybe I should put more money. Alright. Lanasek. Give Lanasek a bottle. Because, you know, it says puts down a bottle. So coffee is sipped by spoon nowadays. It's actually, you know, the milk. The very frothy milk. We want to give him a bottle. And just now I sort of something, a bottle and more gold. Like he's supposed to, you know, have spent lots of money and things like that. So at this point he died. Lanasek is dead. Well, he will be sure. Oula. Oula. That's very French. There's no one to run. That's definitely an addition I did late at night. I shouldn't have done that. I know a couple of people who will be pleased to hear about his death. And I put the couple of people because, like, at that point the player might have forgotten that Contunian Ponius promised a reward. BC, what did I know? Journal, Lanasek, dead. Rewrite. And like, that made no sense. I'll have to rewrite that. Okay. So, now that we've done that, we go back up. We tell the NPCs to stop moving so they don't float like we're doing right now. He doesn't have. He really should have the topic. He really should have the topic. So that is a problem. I'll have to check the filters. Alright, in that case, we can go back to Isaiah. What do I want? That's what I want. What's mean? The fact that he runs away regardless of what we do? Or the insult of on all the Dunmers? We're going back to Isaiah. Isaiah. About Lanasek. Thank you, Captain, again, capital C. I'll have to track them down, essentially. You may keep half of the treasure, and I want to change of what's left of the treasure, because I know it's not all that much. At the same time, we don't want to give the player too much money, just like that, for going from Naamok to Sadwith Mora to Ebonheart. It's not like that quest is particularly hard. With this, my revenge is complete and I'm eager to find new adventures. I think that I will stick around because there will be plenty of adventures on board this ship. And now we know her story. We have the pirate's treasure with Isaiah, with her revenge complete, and she's now looking forward to that. Good. So, what I want to change is half of what's left. It will have to be rephrased. Like, there was certainly more, but Lanasek has already spent it, or it's just not there. And that, my dear friends, was the Isaiah Quest 1 and 2. Here, we've just tested this and this. We still have Isaiah 3 to test, but this one should be fairly simple. It's a little bit of an Easter egg. If you have been, if you are in the Morrowind Modding Community Discord, then you may remember, no, I don't want to teleport, sorry, I want an item. You may remember that we were talking about trying to cooperate between teams and have somehow a connection between different mods from different teams. So this locket, the locket of Lanessa Sentis, is not anywhere in this mod. However, it exists, and I've sent it to another team that is doing the madness. They will place it in their mod. And so you will find it. And if you find that locket that is placed in their mod and you have done the Isaiah quest, you should know. You go, oh, hang on, that's the pirates whose treasure was ridiculously tiny. Finders keepers, Isa. Finders keepers. If you do that, you can always talk to her again. That was my attention all along. Aha. Line 4, what did I do? Okay, we'll have to check that. That's the last thing I did this morning. So it's the Isaiah Quest 3. Line 4 of the result box is not working. Okay, well, I believe now let's get back to safety. We can quick save and quit. And now we get to fix all those tiny little things. All right. And these are all the things that I, noted while we were testing. Okay. Oh, hang on. Okay, these are the ones when I tested the same quests, but all of these I already corrected. This is what we have left. We can do this. First, in Isaiah's topic, we want to change captain. Just put a capital C. That's not dedication to perfection, I don't know what is. Crew topic, Isaiah, and it's the one where she joins, I believe. Up. This is done. Next, I want to check her location when she teleports. To do that, we go into the ship, we go to our cabin, and that's exactly why I have my shady smuggler here. I believe Isaiah is supposed to be here-ish. Okay, so I have, I don't know if you can see them, I have the numbers there. I just need to, you know, copy them without making a mistake. Crew, and we want Isaiah teleporting to the boat. See, she was in the right cell, but one of these numbers is just not good. Okay, 3687, 3840, 97, 52. Hopefully next time she will teleport in the boat rather than, you know, outside. So this is done. Then I want to move my tables. Not the boat. And I want to move them enough that I don't have the mast in the middle of things. Is it Y? It's not Y. It's Z. How's that? I think that's fine. I need to redo the path grid. Because things have changed. Like the way it is, because I moved the table, the NPCs would try to walk in the table, through the table, and that's no fun. You are not interesting. You can go here. They will never be able to go this far. I'm basically deleting the points where there's no way the NPCs would be walking there. Right through the door so they don't get stuck on it. We don't want them walking on the bed or on the desk or on the shelves. But they can walk a little further into the room. Path grades, so much fun. And, you know, and you're glad when you remember to do them. Like I didn't remember to do them until I had built everything, which is just as well, I guess. All right, that looks good. Save. I have moved the table. Next thing, align the shelves better. Can do. I'm not surprised this is ugly because I did it, like, you know, not very precisely. So if we wanted to do it very precisely, but I think I can show you what I meant. There, you see, when you align them perfectly, this is what happens, and it's just not pretty. So you need to align them almost perfectly. That's still, yeah, too much. Not too perfect, too perfect. There we go. I'm sort of going to wing it there a little bit. Yeah, that's better. And as a lazy modder that I am, I'm not going to align all of them perfectly. Like these ones, for example, are actually higher than the player's eyesight, but I can see that they don't align very well, so that's just a little bit. I'm trying, I'm really trying to not try too hard, but come on. But then when you see, like you can see something, it's really hard to, you know, ignore it. Let's leave the 5, yes. A little bit of the texture glitch there, but I don't think the player will be able to see it from there. How do we align on that side? Fine. Shelves aligned. Background, we want captain and fix the noble thingy and then do the journal. Okay. This is one with English. So it's Isa's dialogue when she's telling us about her background. Let's save that. We have it. It wasn't hard to do, but, you know, why do it again? This empty deleted topic is going to stay there until I clean the mod. All right, Isaiah. Oh yes, if I ask her about her background before we started the quest for us, then she doesn't tell you. Well, Captain. The life of a noble woman. And that was it. I didn't write these. This is still part of Alice's quest. All that I did was multiply the options depending on the quest that you've done before. But like the storyline, the meat of the quest is all Alice. Journal there, Captain. Yes. That was the one I didn't like. Isaiah asked me to track down the captain who took the treasure map from her and find the treasure of the Dharma pirate. Of the Dharma pirate, Isaiah told me that she was certain that the treasure map mentioned Sadrith Mora. So the captain, I think, how about just that? Sadrith Mora. Maybe I should ask around there about the captain. Actually, when I go there, I don't ask about the captain. And because actually the topic that Alice selected to continue the quest is not the topic pirate captain. It's the topic Lanissa Sentis. So I'm putting both there. I don't want to change too much. Yeah, that's what I did, Panam. Thank you. The middle one. I removed the middle one. Like, they were both the same, basically. I think you should keep the previous sentence and remove the stuff from maybe. Yeah, except that now that I've deleted it, it's gone. Unless I do not save the progress that I have, reload the plugin. So I'm gonna leave it like that. Sorry, I like from the corner of my eye, I could see that there was a message in the chat, but I wanted to finish my line. I should have read the chat first. So that's the way it is. There, Captain. And then the set within form. Okay, this I have your line. Thank you so much for that. So we're going to update that one. Set. And that's this line. I'm not going to delete it immediately. Ah, yes, I am going to delete it immediately because there's no space. And then because that's what I was telling you, you can get this information from various places, essentially from any of the inns and pubs of Sadrith Mora. This is done. Boom. Shorter sentence done. All right. Conctunian Punius is going to promise us a reward because it says so in the journal. It is in the topic of Lanasek. Oh, I so hate it when my construction set goes not responding and I'm like, no, don't crash. Lanasek. Feel free to save me the trouble. I might even reward you. There we go. It's not amazing English. It's serviceable. That's what I do. I do serviceable dialogue. All right, Lanasek needs a bottle and more gold. That is easily done. The more gold part is easily done. The bottle part, I'm gonna have to go and look in my other folder. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. I hope you're having fun watching me troubleshoot tiny issues. Yeah, let's give him 2. Yeah, but no, hang on. There's also, it's giving 123 gold. And then there's a couple of diamonds. Like, this is still valuable stuff. Even though you don't, when you get a diamond worth 200 septims, unless you're high level in mercantile, you don't have 200 septims, but you know. All right, now how to give him a mug. This is going to be a little more complicated, but we can do it. As you can see, I have a number of Morrowind folders, and typically I mod in this one. But for the Madness, I made a new install of Morrowind where there's nothing but the Madness mod. The reason why I do that is because it's a lot easier to see what is in the mod. Like in there, I know that I have some vanilla textures that have been overwritten by other mods and things like that. So here it's a clean install. Also, it happens, you know, quite often you package your mod and you share it. And then people tell you, oh, but I don't have this and that. And that's because it works on your system, but it doesn't work on theirs because something that is required is in your Morrowind folder because it's always there because you use that other mod. Anyway, that's why I made a different one. But here what I want to do is this. Meshes, meshes. Where's my folder? Done. Hold it. There we go. The dialogue is fine. These pirates aren't thespians. It's always very odd in RPGs when pirates and scum speak as if they're advanced master of English literature. Sure, that's very true. But it's a lot harder for the journal entries because, you know, you would want, or rather, when I have a quest in my mind, I imagine how I would play it, like how my character would feel about the events. And you know, when you recall what happened, simply for the same events, not everybody is going to say the same thing. So writing the journal index, it feels a bit not satisfactory to write something as plain as possible. Like, you don't want to make it sound like your player character is annoyed by the events because maybe that's not how the player actually imagined the character at that point. Anyway, let's make it more simple. They need to be consistent and kind of neutral. Argonian glass, that's not what I want. Basket. I made a lot of baskets. Those things in my hold it folder, it's one of the very first mod that I made, where essentially I took regular items like a book, and instead of letting it be a book, I transformed it into a shield so that it looks like the NPCs are holding it. And then I named the mod Hold It. Very, very clever. There we go. Bottles. Done. Hold it. Meshes. New folder. Underscore done. New folder. Hold it. There. And in the dialogue, I'm gonna change the bottle of mates to a bottle, because what I have here is really a regular bottle. And we know that that's not what a bottle of mates feels like. I remember Dark Elf Guys showcasing a quest mod in which he commented on the typos and grammar mistakes in the NPC notes. My first thought was that the NPC couldn't spell. I mean, that's one of the things that, which game was it? I think Fallout. And possibly also Pillars of Eternity. But Fallout, where if you give your character, your own character, very low intelligence, then you speak stupid line like food good, no nom nom, rather than goodness gracious, this is delicious. And I thought that was very funny. But there, you know, the player decided that he was dumb, or she, you know, they, I should use they, decided that they were dumb, and so having those dumb lines feels right. But in a mod, in Morrowind, you can't really impose a voice for the player character. Alright. This is a bottle. Now the bottle is in the folder. Let's go and create it. First, we make it a body part. And this body part is going to be... what are... armor, that's why. Wrist, there we go. And that's it. Then I go to the armor tab. Up. This is just called the bottle. This is a shield. It has no script. It looks like this. We are using the wrist. Where are you? Shield is always left wrist if I'm not mistaken. Come here, my shady smuggler. He's my test character a lot of the time. If I give you this gorgeous shield... Ah. We have a problem. Is it because of my body part? Did I not assign it properly? No, Did I not assign it properly? No, I did not assign it at all. Mystery solved. There we go. So now... This is not how you're supposed to be holding the bottle. Show me a shield. Maybe I got the body parts wrong. It's been a while since I did that. That could be a cool chain quest with some misdirection. You follow a note where this one word is misspelled twice. Later you get a note from other NPCs and misspell the same word, thusly revealing the true villain, the different true good ending that you only find by noticing the discrepancy. That's being very tricky for the player. Ah, no, there's actually a shield object. I assigned it to the wrist. There it is. So I need to reassign my... No, that's there. Good. Let's not edit this. No. Why are you asking me about... Oh, crap. Huh. I was looking for this and I was clicking on that and I was like, no, don't quit. There we go. Now it's good. Now Lanasek will be actually holding a bottle. So when it says he puts his bottle down, that will make sense. Is that a stupid detail? Am I wasting my time creating a bottle that he can hold because the dialogue says he puts the bottle down? I don't think so. I think it's fine. Alright, let's go back to Lanasek. And now we can give him the bottle. You think it's cool? Thank you, Tenzi. Then I shall keep it and repeat it for other quests, other characters. Oh, there you go. Now you have your bottle. We'll have to edit the dialogue though. We have to edit the dialogue. Come on, construction set. You can do this. Respond. You respond. There we go. What did I call it again? Bottle Lanasek. We have to remove that bottle, don't we? There we go. Also, to make sure that he does equip it, I nearly forgot. I am not giving it an icon because it will be removed from him. The player will never get that. That's what I do. I put the armor rating to 100, which means that regardless of how skill or unskilled Lanasek is, he will be equipping it. Whereas if I left it at 1, if Lanasek has any unarmored skill in particular, he might go, you know what, my unarmored skill is 30, my, what did I make that? Light armor skill is 5, I get more defense not using that shield. Now, that won't be the case. Okay. Bottle and more gold. Done. Oh yes, my journal entry when Lanasek dies. The year's 22. He's at 2. Okay. Or he... So, here's what happened there. I remember what I was thinking or trying to think. That entry you get when you talk to him and he draws his weapon. So first I put Lanasek is dead, and that's not accurate. So let's change that. I have caught up with Lanasek, is as good as dead. There's nowhere to run this time. I know a couple of people who will be pleased to hear about his death. And this is journal index 70. That will be important to fix the next thing, because Contumian Ponius would not give me my reward. Shameful. Maybe I should have a little bit more light. Just a little bit more. Lanasek. Aha, there we go. I had 65 instead of 70. That's why he would not have the topic when we tested it. Lanasek is dead. The journal entry is 70. It up there, and we get the money. Good. Look at that. We've almost tested, fixed. Honestly, would have to test it again, because I'm sure the second time round, which is in fact the 4th or the 5th time round, I would find other things that don't work very well. But for now this is fine. I'd rather test more quests, and then once I've tested all of them and fixed all of them, do another round and take notes again. So when talking to Isaiah about Lanasek to conclude the quest, I want to change and say that. Oh, it's the journal entry. No, it's here as well. Thank you, Captain. You may keep half of the treasure, comma, or what's left of it. With this, that's it. Or what's left of it, so that the player doesn't go, wow, that was the pirate treasure. Man, pirate treasures are not what they used to be. In my youth, pirate treasure. Okay, I'll stop there. And in the journal entry update, also we have what remained of the pirate's treasure with Isaiah with her revenge complete, blah blah blah. Finally, we had an error on line 4. the pirate lady. Yeah. Got it. Now, the reward if you bring her the locket is that you can ask her to follow you around so she becomes a companion if you want her. That's it. Okay. Which reminds me, originally when Alice created the quest, she made her level 10. Level 10 is fine. We'll keep her at that. Okay, that is the Isaiah quest tested. Next up, what do we have? That's why I'm not seeing my quests. Next we have the Rivnel quest. That should be an easy one to test. The Vanjira quest is very long and actually starts with the Saran quest. Okay, next up we're gonna test another... Actually, I'm not going to test this guy. And I'm hiding it. I've already tested it, there's not much to it, so I'm fairly confident he's fine, and I don't want to spoil everything for you. So let's go and test the Balmora quest. Balmora quest, here we go. Coffee. In my latte, I added a spoon of, in French we call it crème de caramel, and it's actually like, it's liquid fudge. Yeah, that's what it is. It's liquid fudge. And it's very yum. Good. When you do give her the locket, she follows you. And Jira is oh, okay, that's actually a problem. Like, I told her to go back to the ship, and I got a feeling that I actually got Vanjira to go back to the ship. That's definitely a bug. Like, I started the wrong script, basically. Okay, let's do the Balmora quest. So on the note that you get once you've acquired the boat, you get a list of... No, don't follow me. We're good now? Oh crap, she's still following me though. That's definitely not something we want. And that is the locket. I think it's very pretty. We need an icon for the pants. But I'm glad I looked at her. What am I doing? I'm glad I looked at her, because I did forget to assign an icon for the pants. done.
Please be careful. Please be careful.
Sorry. Yeah, they're much better than the ones I had. Okay, so on the note that you get after you acquire the boat, you get a list of potential business partners. You acquire a trading boat, not a pirate boat. I know we've been talking about pirate, and one of the potential business partners are this fine lady. I'm gonna have to say, because there's a number of branches for this one. Branch number 1, you've never talked to her.
Make it quick, Outlander.
And you talk about supplies. Ah, a pillow enthusiast. I can sell you the pillows I have currently in stock, but for large orders, I'm afraid I cannot help you at the moment. We can say, I don't need pillows at this time. I'd like to buy a dozen pillows. I was hoping to buy a couple of crates of pillows. The crates are important with the trading system that JC is coding into the game. We're not trading single items, we're trading crates of items. Simply because it would be a little bit bothersome and quite a bit of micromanagement to try and buy large quantities of a single item, say ash yams, and then sell them to someone. Like, how is that different from trading? So we have the crates, which gives the idea that you're trading large quantities as opposed to whatever you happen to have in your pockets. And also by using crates, we're not actually adding extra products in the game, you know? Like, say you wanted to trade ash yams, if you wanted to do any sort of actual profit selling ash yams, you would have to go to all the farms, all the alchemists and all the apothecary and all the farmers, and actually pick up the plants in all gardens, all fields. And then you would have maybe 100 to 200 ash yams, and then you could sell them. But who's going to do that? Another way of making that possible would be to increase the quantities of ash yams in the game. But then if you do that, I know Morrowind is not extremely balanced to begin with, but then if you start adding supplies of things in the game, at some point it just doesn't work. It doesn't make sense. So by having the crates, we solve both issues. We're trading in crates, but we're not adding items to the shops and to the NPCs and everything. We're not creating wealth out of nothing, essentially. We're creating what looks like wealth, but is not wealth. So then we have that. Very well. If you choose that, you can talk to her again. If you say, I wanted a couple of crates of pillows, which is the one to continue the quest. I've been worried sick. My babies, my darlings. Babies? You mean your pillows? What happened to your babies? We're going to play along. It doesn't matter what you say here. I've been expecting a shipment of pillows from Blacklight for weeks now, and I feel the worst. My poor babies, locked in the dark, or worse, soaked in nasty, salty, of course, the Sattly tea water. I knew there was going to be a typo. So we want to fix that salty. And this is in the supply dialogue. I really like having can I do it? Oh, yes, I can. Even if I'm in dialogue. Okay, brilliant. This is the supply, and we have the Sattly instead of salty. I'm not closing it because I might have more typos in the line. Who knows? Salty seawater. Dry, did I? Yes. I didn't type her name right. Actually, Shivers, won't you find out what happened to my pillows? The ships normally sails. Make up your mind. Fix that. Normally sails along the inner sea, but if it... Okay, I'll have to change ship to ships. But it got caught. But if it got caught in winds and currents, it might have gone way off course. I don't know about such things. I only know about pillows. And I feel it in my bones, my heart. They are in danger. Whoa, that was weird. Yeah, okay. So maybe typing in the dialogue is weird. Pillars. So we want to fix the salty. I want to fix her name as well. So what happened to me there? That was really weird. I want to reload just to test the other options. Oh, the rats are angry.
Speak quickly, Outlander, or go away.
Now, if you say that you want to buy a dozen pillows, and this is yet another example of pointless dialogues that I added. If you say you wanted to buy 12 pillows anyway, why would you? But if you do, and you have the gold, then you get the pillows, and you have these. Brilliant. And then you can do it again. And you can go with whatever option. What happened is you bought pillows. But if you have no money and you say you want to buy pillows, again, why would you? But that's how it is. Suppliers, I'd like to buy pillows. And then you can't get any, and well, then you can continue the quest if you want to, right? If you don't have the money to buy the pillows, but you've done the quest with the rats, then she'll give you a pillow anyway. Like, I'd be curious to know how many players will actually have that option, will ever read that option, but that's the thing. Is a peculiar trader who sells exclusively pillows. She'd be delighted to sell me crates of the fluffy sleep helpers, but the shipments from Black Light never arrive. She fears that the boat and her pillows might be lost. And now I realize, I don't know, you guys tell me, when I say that the ship normally comes from Black Light and following the coast in the inner sea, does that actually tell you anything about where you need to go? Like, Black Light is supposed to be around that way and the inner sea is this way. But I think I should probably add a line to mention, the northwest of Vardenfell. I think I should do that. Because it's assuming that the player knows where Black Light is relative to Vardenfell and knows what sea is the inner sea. All right.
My time is precious, so make it quick.
At this point, I realize there's no very precise information. I'm going to put more information on the, where the boat would be. At this point, there's different ways you can get the information. You can talk to people in Nizis, Cool, in that area. They're likely to know something about the ships that pass there or the dangers that they may have. if you talk to a sailor, a gondolier, a fisherman, like somebody who knows something of the sea, they can tell you a little more. I'm gonna test different dialogue options. Where is the nearest caravaneer? Not caravaneer, gondolier. Don't tell me. There must be one there. The currents at the northern mouth of the inner sea are especially treacherous. A ship caught in them, especially in a storm, yeah, of course. It happens all the time to be caught in a storm. Let's see, that's the dialogue on winds. And we have a storm that needs to become a storm. Especially in a storm with strong winds could drift as far as the Sheogorad region. There. So now you know that you're looking, you know, around here. Once you have that information, you can talk to people in the Sheogorad region, or in Dagenfell, or in Nizis, or the Ashlander camp. So anyone along the coast, essentially, as long as they have a job that requires them to go on the sea or to explore, that would be the scouts and the hunters in particular, then those people will be able to give you a little more information. Oh yes, ships can get blown way past their course if they get caught in the winds and currents. If memory serves right, there are a couple of shipwrecks near Vass, and normally at this point you have Vass on your map. That's the information that the player has. I will make the first step a little bit easier, and of course this is, you're looking for the shipwreck with the pillows. If you've ever done that quest before, if you know where to find the pillows, then, well, you know where to find the pillows. You don't even need to ask around for ships and where they might be shipwrecked and things like that. So normally as you approach... Okay, I have a little strict script triggering when you get to the shipwreck. I'm going to increase the distance so it triggers a little bit sooner, because I had to be like right on top of my activator. I found a shipwreck near Vass. They were pillows. I should look for evidence of what happened. And we're going to activator ship radius. Definitely want to increase the radius for it, because it triggered when I was here, and you know, it triggered when I'm here. The invoice is vanilla. That's something, you know, if you've been there for the past few weeks, then you know. What I wanted to do in the mod is sort of pad vanilla quests that are already there. So this one, clearly it's the pillow quest. In the original game you can find the invoice, and you may recognize her name, and you may even, you know, bother to bring her all the pillows, in which case she rewards you with I'm not going to tell you in case you haven't done the quest. And I'm saying quest, it's not even a quest because it doesn't have a journal entry. So here what I do is I just provide a background and a quest so that the player may well, has a reason to explore. Wow, there are 0 pillows there. They said 40 pillows. Where are they? Like 1, 2, 3, 4. $16. Alright, no, we're good. There really are 40 pillows in there. I was like, who is that? I know. It's my crewmate that I killed to take her shirts. No, mostly she wouldn't stop following me. I was annoying. This is the one. So let's talk about supplies again. Rain, like Rain. Like I really have a problem with her name. My goodness. I can't. So in the dialogue where you end the quest, I got her name wrong again. As you give her the invoice you found on the abandoned shipwreck near Bass. Please tell me you saved my pillows. I have no use for a piece of paper. You empty your bags until 40 pillows fill the room. Oh, my babies. She hugs the pillows. You will be okay, I promise. I was hoping for a reward. I'd love to discuss supplies with you, but I simply won't have pillows for sale for a long while. I'll speak to Millie Hastian, the clothier here in Balmora. I'm sure I can convince her to trade with you. She used to have trouble sleeping, but since I solve her an extra pillow... how did we go from solve to solved? An extra comfy pillow. She sleeps like a baby. And that concludes the quest. And now the pillows are here. If you don't bring the pillows, she asks you to bring the pillows. Duh. But I'm thinking, okay, let me check that Helvian Disselis line is good. And then I need to check if you don't bring her the pillows. Because frankly, when you get to that shipwreck, do you want to pick up every single pillow that's in the shipwreck to get all 40 of them? Didn't think so. Supplies. This is a placeholder, so we know at that point we need to add crates to the ship's inventory. Drarain, I think I got the name right, told me to expect you. You really helped her, and I owe her. I'll see that crates of clothes are sent to your ship. Good. We have the quest. I'm gonna cheat and get the... No, I'm not gonna cheat. Well, I'm cheating a little bit, but not as much as I thought I would. We're still going to Vass. I want to... Where's Vass? That's the ruin. I want to check that if you come back with the invoice but without the pillows, then she sends you away to get the pillows. And I suppose it would be, there we go, we have the journal update when we reach the place. because I was going to give myself the pillow, not the pillow, sorry, the invoice, but without the journal update, she won't react. Oh, and I need to check that I haven't messed up the vanilla part of it. Actually, she was to give it an invoice. I knew it, I could feel it. I wish you had saved my pillow. Won't you try? Okay, a tear rolls down her cheek. I was particularly inspired there. Clearly asked me to save her pillows. Right. At which point, if you come back with the pillows, I mean, I suppose we should test that as well. I really should be quite thorough. But which one? Which one is it? Which one is the basic pillow? Hopefully it's one of those. All right. What I don't see is the normal line. You know, normally if you come back with the invoice, she gives you, that's a vanilla line, she gives you that extra comfy pillow. I think I'm gonna have to add the topic. Now, I haven't changed anything to the boat with the pillows, or I haven't touched much of it because Remiros already has a mod that adds different types of pillows to the game, but also adds a little bit to this quest and a little bit of a backstory. So I made sure that what I add doesn't clash with what he did, but also makes sense if you don't have his mod. So that's the way it is. Okay, and that would be the Balmora quest tested. Next up, no, I shouldn't be too greedy. Let's fix what we've done. That's a quick save, that's fine. We fix what we have so far before, you know, adding new things, but we shouldn't have too many things. This I can close and open. Fixed all of that, fixed all of that. Did we want a reward topic? I'll have to test that again. Stay command is bugged. That's where we are. Okay, it's not too many things. First of all, when I tell Isaiah to go back to the ship, I think I'm sending the Khajiit instead. And that's not good. It's in the topic stay here. That's what happened. I copied the line and I forgot to change. So when I talked to Isaiah and I said, okay, go to the boat, in fact, what I did is I sent the cat. But I already know for a fact that when I send the cat, I don't send her to the proper location. So let's check that script as well. DS22, and this is about teleporting our cat to the boat. She would be around here. And we go 3693. we go. So this should be fixed. The stay command is bugged. Two possible reasons. I didn't put the change in the result box. Let's check that first. Yeah. So this is that. This is that. I do have this. Set follow to 0, and I thought that would be it. That's something I'm gonna have to double check, look at other companion mods to see what I'm missing. I might need to set companion to 0, that sort of things. So this I'm keeping. I'll have to investigate to fix it. Pirate pants. We need pirate pants. Honestly, guys, you've seen the pants. To me, they really, really, really look like common pants. Don't judge me. They really look like common pants. Common wool, common pants, common. Let's check that the colors match at least. Oh, that's that is not good. I need to take the ground item. This is the body part. I hope it is. Rather than go blindly and hope to pick the correct one, I want these. No, not these, not the good color. What is wrong with you, common pants? Okay. CM pants ground 00. That's what I need. CM. Where's my ground? Did I just miss it? CM pants. Oh, I see. The comment is after. Why is that? CM pants ground. We're going to close. We're doing C on pants, and then all the way to ground. There it is. Better. See, that's roughly the same color. It's the same color. And then we'll put the same icon. Is pantscom 00. Anyway, technically the only way you get them is if you killed your sailor. Why would you do that? Huh? You have to be such a terrible person. What did we say? Texcom. Nordic pens, no. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Our pants now have an icon. Dialogues, pillows. My pillows are salty, or stulty as I put. Oh. Been talking and modding for so long, YouTube is asking me if I'm still around. I'm still around, YouTube. But give me some actual... No, actually. Some actual Elder Scrolls. There we go. And we were talking about supplies. We're talking about supplies with the pillow lady. Ooh, that's not right. This line. There we go. That's for a later quest, but still. Pillow lady, here we go. That's the one. Okay, first of all, let's get her name right. And the only way I'm gonna get her name right is if I copy paste it. Because like she's Where is she? Dravame, no. Dre, I think it's Dre. Dare. Oh, come on. Oh, there she is. Dre. There. I'm removing, sorry, words. I am removing, actually, because when you do bring the pillows, I think I put she actually shivers again, so she shivers. That's enough. We don't need the emphasis. So that's the name, and then, soaked in a nasty, salty seawater. That's done. Okay, more information on the ship from Blacklight, because it's a little cryptic. I was expecting a shipment of pillows from Blacklight for weeks now. Okay. The ship normally says along the down the western coast of Vardenfell. Oh crap, I don't have space. Too long. I'm going to remove about... I'm going to remove that. Okay. Once you find out what happened to my pillows, the ship's... Oh, that's another thing I needed to fix. The ship normally sails along the Northern Sea down the western coast of Vardenfell. But if it got caught in winds and currents, it might have gone way off course. Normally, I think if the player reads that, they're thinking Nizis to, you know, Nizis, Narmok, Lahwad, Odai River, that way, okay? So I think that's enough information. Let's double check what I put in the journal, so we have that information there as well. Balmora, She fears the boat and her pillow might be lost. Sailors might know Is that helping too much? Sailors might know. It's a hint, okay? It's a hint. And then they can go talk to shipmasters and all of that. Technically, the player is a captain, but you know. I think that's enough information. Then in the topic of winds and currents, we have a nasty storm. Can't have that. Winds and currents. See, for the information, like there are so many different classes that may give you the information. Different regions as well might give you the information. And we want to change storm. And because I have so many essentially duplicates, but you know, there isn't just one way to find out about a ship that may have gone off course. Ships can get blown away past course. We read that and that was good. We get the information. So in the Sheogorad region, there's like sailors, scouts, gondoliers, hunters, shipmasters, smugglers, fishermen that can tell you about it. And then if you ask in Nizis, they will know also if they like you, and Dagenfeld. I think that's fine. Do I add? I will do it. I'm gonna add the Orshilaku camp. It's on the coast also. There we go. So people from the Orshilaku camp, like they would literally, they would have seen the ship pass. My script for the activator needed to have a greater radius so that it triggers as soon as you see the boat, basically the shipwreck. Supply Balmora trigger. Let's put 512 as distance. That is fixed. Enquest, soft instead of sound. And that would be in the topic supplies again. The name is fixed. Similar sound aspect. Where is it? There. Since I sold her an extra comfy pillow. Okay, now there is a vanilla line and a vanilla topic where in exchange for the invoice, she gives you the extra comfy pillow. Where is she? Drana, not Girith. Thank you so much for... I don't know what happened. Guys, I don't know what happened. I hope my chat is like... The chat hasn't moved in a long time. And I thought, you know, you're just very quiet. But now I'm thinking, can somebody type anything at all in the chat? So I can see that it's working properly. Chat, no. Oh, thank you, Sip. No, it's just everybody was really quiet. Okay, I prefer that. I prefer that you guys let me talk to myself for an hour than rather than you were talking to me and I was blissfully ignoring you because I'm not here for you. Thanks, Sip, for making sure the chat is working. Now, what was I trying to correct? What was I trying to fix? Oh, I'm looking for... no. I'm looking for the vanilla line that... Yeah, no problem, Kalinta. That, like, I was not complaining that you guys are not speaking. It's just that something happened and I didn't see what happened. If it was a follow, I'm terribly sorry that I didn't see it on time. Then it's just, yeah, that's what I am. Background noise. Okay. Could the topic be invoice? No. Could it be pillow invoice? You know what? Rather than look blindly at things. Testing scripted creatures. Found. Morrowind. Pillow shipment. That's the line. That's a vanilla line. Except the topic doesn't appear. Like, I don't know how the topic appears at all. So what I'm going to do first, I'd like to find that topic. There it is. And I don't want to edit that line at all. But what I do want to do is when you talk to her about supplies. And you give her her pillows and everything. The topic is added because it makes sense. So you're scripting a fight between a greater bone walker and a sphere centurion was won by the centurion, but it couldn't move afterwards. So how are you scripting that? Like getting the two of them to fight together, start combat, fine. Do you like what I would do, which might not be, probably is not the best way. What I would do is give the centurion an amazing sanctuary bonus, and when the bone walker dies, remove the sanctuary and add a paralysis constant effect. I think that's what I would do. But then if it's paralyzed, it doesn't move, it doesn't look like it's not walking. Like you would want it to sort of have the wheel turn but not move. So how are you doing it? Yeah, no, I completely get the effect, which is exactly, you know, so relatable. Because we've all been attacked by a bone walker only to find our strength was drained and suddenly we cannot carry the stuff we carry. How did you script it? Me, I think I would use the spells to make sure that one wins the fight and then cannot move anymore. Because for creatures, if you reduce their strength, it doesn't change anything. They can still move, right? They don't get overburdened, technically. So you can't exactly reproduce that. Sound fixed and add topic comfy pillow done. I'm keeping that because it's not fixed. Okay. Next quest to test. I'm getting actually thirsty for water. The next quest to test is the Molagmar quest. just start combat. And like, you know for a fact that the Dwemer Centurion always wins against the Bone Walker. You know, possible critical attack or unlucky draw or extreme drain strength until the Centurion is attacking but is not doing any damage. We are going to test the Molagmar quest. Ready, steady, go. Give him a bottle. Done. Done.
My time is precious, so make it quick.
To start the quest in Molagmar, we want to talk to the smith there. Satring. Satring. Seatring? I don't know. Oh yeah. The freaky eyes, vanilla faces, I can't anymore. Greetings, Satring. Tell me about supplies. Finally, I've been waiting for my supply of iron ore for weeks. There's a mistake. I'm not here to deliver ore. So you are not from the Sasor-Dari iron mine? Satring strokes his bears. Of course, he strokes his bears pensively. Oh, we're starting out. Yep, this is the supply topic, and we have bears instead of a beard. You never do that? Stroke your bears pensively? I knew importing iron ore from the mainland would be complicated. Delays and prices are terrible. But with no local source of iron, what other choice do I have? The Sasor-Dari iron mine in Bosmora? That's a long way from here. Isn't there anything more local? Let's go with that. Representative of the Sasor-Dari iron mine or not, I'd pay good money for iron ore if you can find it. We look like we have a double space here. I could look into finding iron ore for you. To the north, I wouldn't be surprised if he had bears in the back, right? Maybe subconsciously I just went northern Solstein bears. There we go. I could look into finding iron ore for you. I realize now for this particular dialogue, I don't have that many options. It's just that. A local mine would be ideal. I happen to know where to begin. Colin, I would put Colin. Years ago, when the Empire first arrived, they conducted a mineral survey. You could find records of the survey, maybe? Sure. Where to begin, and I want Colin rather than comma. And now he has nothing to tell me. Satring, the smith in Molagmar, is anxious to get his shipment of iron ore to smith new wares. He normally gets the ore all the way from the Molagred region and Bosmora, but he'd rather try to find a more local source. He suggested, as asked, okay. He suggested, I asked, so this is BC journal. Suggested, I asked. Okay. Thank you. He suggested I ask the Imperial Legion since they once conducted a mineral survey of Vardenfell. Okay. Now, you guessed it, you talk to any... You want me to open the door for you?
Traveler.
You're welcome. If you talk to any member of the Imperial Legion, you're gonna get different sorts of dialogues. And I'm gonna try to get most of them. Let's go to Ebonheart. Alright, let's find a regular guard. They are part of the Legion. I'm just a soldier. I know nothing of a mineral survey. The high-ranking officers or maybe a smith of the Legion would know. No journal entry. This is just something to sort of guide you.
Yes.
Let's talk to a higher ranking member. There should be a couple up there. Yeah. Are you a higher? Yeah, look at that. Fancy armor and everything. Mineral survey. My duty is to preserve the Empire's peace, not catalogue rogues. Ask our smith. They will know more for sure. Very well. Is there a smith in this garrison? Yes. So what I've done is, if you talk to any low-ranking legionnaire, they tell you go to higher-ranking legionnaire or to a smith. If you go directly to a smith, then you get the information. We'll check that in a bit. If you go to a high-ranking, then depending on where you are, they will tell you where the nearest is. It so happens I didn't choose Ebonheart to test completely by chance. It so happens that we also have a smith right here. Mineral survey. I recall a mineral survey, yes. The Legion struck a bargain with the East Empire Company, which surveyed the island, and the company would provide the supplies we need, such as iron. The iron ore the company sends you is from local sources or from the mainland. We are very curious, aren't we? BC, this is choice when talking to the smith, and we want to say from iron ore are to iron ore is. Sorry. I'm unsure. All I care about is the quality of the ore, and it is adequate. I never saw the results of the survey myself. That was before I was posted in Vardenfell. You'll have better luck asking the East Empire Company directly. Okay, thank you. Very convenient that I decided to go to Ebonheart.
So what do you want? Let's hear it.
So, when talking to these people,
Better be important.
there are a number of options. I have quick save, so I should be able to show you. There we go. How presumptuous of you to think I'd share valuable information on the company to the first dark elf who asks. BC, we are talking to the EEC, to the first. So here what happens is very simple. If your mercantile is 50 or more, this is gonna work. If you have done some of the Blood Moon quest and have increased your rank, this will work. If you have done all kinds of quests that gave you reputation, this will work. If you have enough money, you can bribe him, that will work. And if he really likes you, that will work. When it doesn't work, he really doesn't like you, does he? Bribe. Iron mine, oh sorry. Oh, I talked, you couldn't hear the sound of the paper. I'm gonna have to increase the volume. Like I was talking over it, but you hear the sound of paper being shuffled, but I was talking over it, which was stupid of me. Okay, finally, a reasonable proposal. I'll find the information you require. Shuffles through a stack of papers. Iron mine. Aha, there it is. ANAT has large quantities of iron ore. Unfortunately, due to the remote location of the cave and the proximity of the Shashpila Daedric Shrine, the company decided... Come on. Thank you. The company decided to not pursue the matter. Points at the map. See, the shrine is right there. And now you have the shrine on the map. Actually, for this one, I had to rename the cell. It was, you know, Azur's Coast 20-5. I actually renamed the exterior cell, which is not something that I like to do simply for the sake of compatibility. However, like this region of Vardenfell is really under-modded, I think it's fair to say. So I decided I would do it. There we go. I wish we could fast travel. According to my contact in the Eastern Tire Company, there is a cave with ample supplies of iron ore on the Azores coast. The company decided, at least I remembered to put the D there, to not pursue the matter, Alright, at this point, we have different options. I'm gonna test them all. If you go back to the smith with that information, you're back. You show settling the mineral survey. I'm afraid I have to agree with the East Empire Company's assessment. I grab my pen instinctively. BC info survey. Company's assessment. Setting up a mining operation in ANAT is not feasible. If you do go to ANAT, bring me at least 10 pieces of iron ore. That would be enough to forge quite a few weapons. Alright. Which point, like the lazy person that I am, we COC to ANAT. So, am I already? Come at me. Yeah, come at me. I do not fear you. Here we go. Hello, relinquished. Am I so short? I am so short. Look at that. So what I've done in this cave, I haven't changed anything outside. There was no reason to. I have given the cave a minor overhaul. This doesn't work. A minor cosmetic improvement. I've added rocks of different shapes to sort of add a little bit of variety, but also, and more important, I've added a few plants similar to the ones that you can find outside, so it makes sense. But also, like, the colors are not huge, like the difference is not huge, but I've also added some iron. And you know, when you go to mines in vanilla, you have rock and then the glass rock and then rock and then the glass rock. And I decided I didn't want to do that. So what I tried to do is create like veins of iron, really. I've added a few plants and roots here. It's not much. It's really, really not much. But see, that's a vein. So some of the iron rocks are just rocks, and then some others are actual containers with the rocks. And if you have Morrowind crafting installed, these rocks can be harvested like you do in Morrowind crafting. I have enough iron ore for now. So that's all I did. Added a few plants, added a few rocks so it looks different, and added iron veins. You see, when the light is good, then you can see that the rock has a different color. A few plants, then that's it. And different rocks. So there isn't, to my knowledge, there isn't any other mod that changes this mine. But if there is one, and what it does is, you know, add a chest, add an NPC, change things a little bit, it's going to be compatible, because I haven't changed the layout. If they completely overhaul it, then it's not gonna work. So that's it. Really a minor change in there. It took me forever to do though. First, what I did is the vanilla rocks, I replaced some of them, but I don't know why. Yes, no, I do remember why. One thing that I don't like with the containers, the ore containers that we have in the game, is that they stand out too much, you know, from the walls and the other rocks. So at first I picked silver because it's the one that blended the best in the mold cave. Is this mold cave? I think it might be mold cave. And then I thought of my story and I made it iron. And after I had decorated the whole place and after I had done the whole quest and I decided to deal with iron, I come back to the mine and I realized that I put silver ore everywhere, and I was like so disgusted with myself. So I cleaned the cell and I started over with iron ore. But then, like, I was like, oh no, I don't like it. The iron ore, like, it's that bright, like a, you know, like rust, like bright orange color. It's like, it's so ugly. I don't think I can deal with that. I'll have to find another solution. And then, fortunately, luckily, in TR data, you have basically, because TR data used to be the assets for Tamriel Rebuilt, and for there was another BSA for Skyrim House of the North, and there was another BSA for Planet Tamriel. And it's just, hey, Rebelzich, welcome on in. And it was just a few years ago that they decided to merge the BSA, the archive of TR, PT, and Skyrim Home of the North. So when you look at Tamriel data, you will find it's going to be T_NW, iron ore, blah, 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 blah. And those are the original assets from Tamriel Rebuilt. And then if you scroll down, you're going to have T_sky, iron ore. And I had used the Cyrodiil iron ore that had that bright orange color. And fortunately, the Morrowind iron ore, like, you see the difference of color, but it's not too shocking. I suppose it might be a little more, let's see, it will, I assume, be more visible if we have, for example, the Ring of Azura in our inventory, and all of a sudden we can see. Yeah, you see, even with good light, the difference between the cave rock and the ore is not too much. But essentially, this place, I did it I did it 3 times. And I'm not fast. You see, like now that I have the light, you can see the vein a little better. It goes all the way down. This one goes here, 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 and ends here. So this poor little cave that really looks like the vanilla one with extra rocks. With extra rocks and plants, that's it. I spent a couple of days on it. My bad. My bad for not paying attention. Let's go back to Satring and give him the ore that we have.
Someone should teach you some manners.
And he's happy he's got his iron. Wait a while. There. That's it. This quest, I guess this quest is a little more simple compared to others, even though, well, you need to go to Morrowind Mod and you need to talk to Imperial high-ranking members of the Imperial Legion. Then you need to go all the way to Einat. Like, I figure even though the quest itself is rather simple, go talk, get information, go pick up item, come back. It's a glorified fetch quest. But because you have to cover such long distances, I feel that it's a quest that should take some time to complete. So that's what it is. That's the way it stays. Next quest. Saran. Hey Max. There is the Seidenin quest, but this one I created it during the chat and we tested it during the chat. No, the boat was just fine. We tested it, and I'm sure when I test it again, I will find typos and little things. Oh no, but I know what I want to show you. I want to show you the mine. No, I did show you last week or the week before, so I won't. So I'm not showing you the Seidenin quest. We're gonna start the Saran quest. Supplies. Supplies, yes, I knew I was forgetting something. I didn't give poor Marston the list of supplies I need from him, as well as an important letter. Well, I'd rather discuss a contract, rather than deliver one. And maybe so, but my business with poor Marston is urgent. I won't discuss any other until the matter is solved. Okay, then we go, okay, fine, let's do your thing. Poor has left a few minutes ago. He can't have gone much further than Dirara's farmhouse, just south of town. She gives you a few scrolls tied up together. And please, be a dear, make sure Poor reaches his destination safely. I've included a couple of scrolls of League Step. Alright.
Yes.
Smooth. Okay, here we go. Typo number 1. I mean, I'm kind of glad that so far for this quest, all I have to fix are minor typos. Journal, get quest, south is a typo. We get this, a bundle of scrolls. The first scrolls, let's fix that. Okay. The first scroll is a list of common supplies. Oh my goodness. Common supplies. The second one is a letter from Dranas Dradas of the Cern slave market to Zabarbel of the Molagmar slave market. I currently do not have any female slave available. I don't know why I closed this comment when I got loads of typos in that one letter. Available, and promised my esteemed customer Helviane Desailly your goods were excellent and that she would not be disappointed. She needs a female slave, young, pretty, and nimble. The slave will be taught the skills she needs, so there are no requirements other than those aforementioned. Payment has already been handled. Please deliver the slave to the holder of this letter. Signed, Dranas Dradas. So that is the letter that the player may choose to read or not read. Personally, I hope they will read it because I wrote it and now I'm going to spend time fixing my typos, and I hope it's not for nothing. Let's go and talk to Poor. Shouldn't be too far. Now, did I remember to give him a torch? That's something I wanted to do. I wanted to give him a torch so that I didn't. So I'll do that. Just to make it a little easier to find him. Not a torch, actually, a lantern. He's a classy trader, you know.
What's this regarding?
Greetings, perhaps you can help me. I was supposed to meet my business partner here, but I was running late, and it looks she went ahead to Malagmar without me. Your business partner is Vanjira. These are the vanilla lines. I did not touch them. This is the vanilla line that I cloned so that I could change this to reflect, you know, what happened. Helvian actually asked me to accompany you. That's also a vanilla line. And now he's following us. Oh yes, this line loops. Please hold on to the scrolls and letter until we arrive. We'll need them to retrieve and transport the cargo. What sort of cargo? No need to be so secretive about it. Slavery is legal after all and essential to the economy of Ardenfell. I can see why she's quite... Okay, BC. This is the supplies topic en route to Molagmar. And we have she's quiet. Quiet. Oh, come on. Quiet about it. Slavery is a complicated issue in Vardenfell, and that may easily upset mer, beasts, and customers with a full stop. Okay. I am a trader, and it is my job to provide my customers with what they need, so long as it is legal. Slaves are legal. I'm more worried about my partner, Vanjira. She's a Khajiit. She's a Khajiit. Here we go. So, talking about slavery, we have Khajiit. You see, the later I bring up this little arrangement with Helviane Desailly, the better. He sighs. First thing first, we need to get there in one piece. Please talk to me again once I'm reunited with Vanjira. Alright. And now you think all we have to do is go to Molagmar. You wish. You wish. Because I had to take into account the fact that maybe by the time you talk to Helviane Desailly, maybe, just maybe, you had already talked to Poor. Maybe you had already taken him to Molagmar. Maybe you had already refused to take him to Molagmar. Maybe you tried to take him to Molagmar, but he died. So I tried to cover all of those possibilities so that regardless of what you did before you start the quest, you know, the dialogue and everything reflect that. I skipped the song because if there are lyrics, it's distracting. Alright, so we talk to you. You tell me about your business partner. You tell me about the dangerous trip. And I say no. Because Molagmar is a long way from here and I have better things to do. And then you forget about him and you do your quest and blah blah blah. Until finally you go to the Earthly Delights and you talk to Helvian de Selle.
Yes.
And you want to talk about supplies. Supplies, yes, I know I forgot. No, that's the same line. I've met him. He wanted an escort all the way to Molagmar with a what's up with me and forgetting the full stops at the end of the options. So that's when I refused him. This is the choice dialogue. Full stop. When talking to Helvia. At least you know where to find him. Do escort him. I'll reward you generously. Yes, I was kind of lazy. I do not give you the option to say, no, I'm not interested in doing that. You get the quest. And then if you choose to not do it, that's, you know, the player's prerogative. So we go to him once again. I mean, yeah, once again. And when we talk about, there we go, when we talk about the dangerous strip, we can ask him to follow us. There is also the option if he died. No, stop it with the voice. And if he's dead, then she asks you to go to Molagmar and talk to his trading partner. Let's go.
You want something?
Oh, yeah, you hear Manja. Oh, because I teleported her before. Yeah, she shouldn't be there yet. I think to test that quest properly, I need to restart the game. But, alright, let's do... Yeah, I have to, because the next step of the quest is when you are in Molagmar, and it won't trigger until you go to Molagmar. Okay, so that's where we stop the testing and we start the fixing. Okay, first we have our dialogue about supplies with Setring, and he is not stroking his bears. He will be stroking his beard. Not nearly as fun, but This is the supply topic. This is talking to Setring. In the choice, I have 2 spaces. Is it in this one? No. No, it might be in the next one. Yes, it's here. There we go. And these are easy to fix. It's just it takes so much time to find them and then go and fix them. I know where to begin and I want a semicolon for this one. I happen to know where to begin. Column. Column 1 space. Next. Journal suggested as asked. It's the journal entry and it should be suggested I asked. Because this is the more like my quest. He suggested I asked. Next up, in the choice when talking to the smith. So we are now discussing the mineral survey topic. The fun. But honestly, I would rather, I mean, what we've been live for nearly 3 hours and I've tested a few quests and we've corrected all kinds of some bugs, but mostly some minor typos and little things. But I would rather do this now when I'm not completely stressed about the deadline for the mod, rather than to do that the last night. It's a thing. It's happened. The last night up to 1 o'clock in the morning, testing and looking for the problem with the dialogue. That was for a Demon of Knowledge. I remember I was on voice chat with Darknet. Was Merlord with us in the voice chat? I'm not sure. I think it was with Darknet and we were like testing the dialogue. It's like, okay, test the dialogue with that plugin and we got the same issue. And like we were banging our heads against the desk and the walls. Like we couldn't find the problem with the bloody dialogue. And then I think it was me who did it. Like I cloned the line, like I made a copy of the line and I deleted the old one and then it worked. And I was like, you bloody Morrowind. But it worked. But oh my god, the stress. So better to do this now. It takes a lot of time. It's not particularly fun. But yeah, better done now than when really, really stressed. This is where we have the options. The iron ore that sends you is from local sources or from the mainland. This is fixed. Next line. When talking with Borin. EEC to the first. Oh yes, that's his first line. By the way, here's the line, you know, how presumptuous of you, la la la, and I'm gonna have to fix that for every line. To the first. I was this close, no, this close. If you look at the NPCs in Ebonheart in the East Empire Company, none of them belong to the faction East Empire Company. Simply because the faction was created for the Blood Moon. I was going to say DLC. It was not called DNC at the time. Expansion? I think. The faction was added later on for the Blood Moon expansion, and they didn't think to correct it. Add-on? No, I don't think it was called an add-on at the time either. I think it was expansion. Add-on is too small. That's the little plugins. The official Bethesda plugins were add-ons. Anyway, that's semantics. Okay, so this line has been fixed. this one has been fixed. Well done, me. Maybe it's good they didn't mess with the NPCs. Yeah, but like what I wanted to do, and I decided not to do it to avoid conflicts. Like these 5 NPCs that are in the EEC, some of them belong to the Fighters Guild. They're like mercenary guards, fine. Some of them might be from the Imperial Legion. Like I really wanted to give them the faction East Empire Company. Because it doesn't make sense that they wouldn't have it. Like they are factionless. Anyway, I didn't do it. And instead, I made a line for each of them. And then that little dialogue we had, and I told you, you know, based on your mercantile and blah, blah, blah. If you try to... Yeah, there's this line. With the reputation. Oh, yes, of course. With the reputation, I told you if you had done quests, and you get reputation, but I check for more than that. Because if you wear super expensive armor, even if you don't have reputation, he's gonna go, oh, sorry, you look like a person of means. I'm really careful. If you have got a lot of reputation, they'll be fine. But also, if you are the leader of some of the official and legal guilds, then you are recognized and says, oh, I'm sorry, you know, Archmage, blah, 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 blah. If you're the Nerevarine, again, he apologizes to you. Also, if you are a criminal, then he's gonna call the guards and fight you. Which is very mean. Because then how do you get the... I mean, I make him run away from you. And if that's the case, you'll have to calm him down. That's the only way. If you're a non-criminal and you try to impress him with your reputation, he'll run away. That's it. Too bad. You'll have to calm him down if you want to talk to him or talk to any other member of the EEC. That works. So that's all the options. Talking to the different guards is there. And I wanted my paper sound to be louder. So for this, I'm gonna go with Audacity. Old Suring unequips his armor due to tribunal. How is that? Oh, is it because of the gold armor? No. The gold armor is the other one. I'm not sure now. Open. Okay. And I want my paper. Haha. No, read directly. Stop the music. And this is the sound you hear when you talk to the EEC NPC and they shuffle the paper.
Uh-huh.
But now I think I need to amplify that. I'm guessing I had already amplified it once, so...
Uh-huh.
Sure, I will do. Save as. Sorry, no, export. And this is a WAV. No, you don't go on the desktop. You go to the Elder Disk, you go to the Madness install, you go to data file, you go to sounds, you go to Dark Sisterhood 22, you go to paper. Haha. You replace. Thank you. And that is that. Report, the company decided. And in the end you go to the bathroom. There wasn't really sound of water though. That could be a mean trick to play on the player. And now, to complete this mission, you need to listen to the sound of waterfall for 5 minutes. That would be so mean. So, we are talking about... Yes, I know where to go. We're talking about the mineral survey. And... oh, it's going to be so many of them. So this is the one. Here, the company decided not to pursue the matter. Hey, Voig. And now there were so many options. Actually... yeah, I pasted the whole thing, which is not that. I need to change this one again. Crap, what was it? It's the one if you have gold. We have done some. Now we're more down to typos, honestly. But we've done some, obviously. Let's go with count the coins again. I'll find the information you require. Shuffle through a stack of paper. Iron mine, haha. Decided. So it's only this part that I want to replace in all the lines. No, what did I do? It's just so stupid that you can't expand that window. Really frustrating. I should have recognized you. Shuffles through. Iron mine. Points at the map. See, the shrine is right here. And this is what I want. My apologies, Patriarch. This is what I replace. And unfortunately, because I took into account many different ways, or rather I gave the player many different ways to get to this result, I'm gonna have to fix the line, well, for every single way that you could achieve that result. It's the failure. Up. Failure, failure, failure. Okay, I think I got all of them. The company decided. Next. In the document, company's assessment. Okay, at least this one I'll have to fix only once. Book. Survey extract. Nearby settlement. Was it really here that I needed to fix it? No nearby settlement. The company would need to build accommodation and offer minimal services to miners and their supervisors. Transport to and from Ainat can be by boat. No, it wasn't here. It was in the dialogue, sorry. It was in the dialogue talking to Satring. Hey Glisp, the modding goes well. We've done, I don't know, how many things have we tweaked and corrected now? Maybe 20 different things. True, some of the things were adding a comma. As stupid as that, but we fixed that. So the commas are where they should be. And right now we want to fix the topic supplies. Supplies when talking to Satring. Aha, here. I have to agree with the companies. Company's assessment. Setting up a mining operation is not feasible. Up. Yes, that's right. We had an apostrophe missing. It's important. When talking to Helvia and Desilé, the journal index, oh yes, I got a typo on south. We have now moved to fixing the Soran quest. Is the disappointed? There you go. Something just south of town. Fixed. In the scroll, we need to fix this one. The first scroll is a list of common supplies. I really meant supplies. As I'm sure anyone would have guessed reading the first scrolls, and I fixed that. The first scroll without an S. Oh, okay, that's when first I found the mistake with the first, and then scroll, and then supplies, and then the word available. I'll fix it now. Of course there was more. Available. Available. Let's get this. Give poor a lantern. Yes. Finally something easy to do. Now all the fixes are easy to do. Finally something that is not about dialogue. You're blocked, really. I'll have to unblock you. That's just the way it is. And we're going to give you a lovely travel lantern. Lucky you, poor. All right, it's not much, but if it's nighttime and you're looking for him, the fact that he's holding a lantern really helps quite a bit. And since, you know, we're editing him for the quest, why not? Oh yes, when we were talking about her supplies. She's quiet about it. So this is the topic, supplies. We are talking to poor Marston. Here. She's quiet about it, and I want a full stop for both options. Here we go. Then Poor's reply, he talks about a kajit. Because of course. Kajit, you see. She's a kajit, you see. She's a kajit, you see. I think I need a comma. She's a kajit, you see. Yeah, no. I did exactly the same thing. I put a double J. And frankly, it's like, seriously, I have my best glasses on and I'm this close to the screen. I can barely read what I've I can barely read what I have there. The UI or the GUI, now I know I call it the GUI, is horrendous, and it is slightly improved with the modded version that we have, but the font, please let me have bigger font, or I get bigger glasses. Now even then that's not gonna help. Okay, this is fixed. When we talk to Helvian Desolé, in the choice, I need to add a full stop. All right. When we talk to Helvian Desolé, I'm checking all of them. Up. Up. Okay. At least it's not using that crappy font where the lowercase. Oh my god, that would be so much worse. And that was a new batch of fixes done. I'm going to do a new game and do the Saran quest line. I'd like to go a bit further with it, because I know there are going to be issues. And I'm not talking about full stop and commas or double space between words. I've been working on and off on the quest since last week. It was last Sunday that we came up with that Saran quest, and I've made some changes since. Oh no. Maybe this one.
So what's this regarding?
Yeah, before Saran. Okay, supplies. I'll help you. We've already looked at that, so I'm not, it was like the default for Windows for a long time. Sometimes there's the most stupid things, like it seems so obvious readability for a screen where you read a lot. But I'm not in the head of engineers. All right.
Yes, friend.
Yes, friend. Vanilla line, vanilla line, vanilla line, vanilla line with my result. All right. And now we can cheat to go to more like Mar. Normally you will have to go the whole way, but that's for plebs. That's for players, not modders. We're teleporting directly to Vanjira. Boomer Bob, hello, how are you doing?
You want something?
Alright, when you get to Vanjira, you get the journal update. That's the vanilla quest. So that's just the way it is. Let's get a reward. Thank you. These are vanilla lines. Fine. Poor. Let's talk about supplies. Thank you for your help. If you'll give me the scrolls and letter, I'll be on my way. Vanjira says. Scrolls and letters? What are you talking about? Poor blushes a deep scarlet. All right, please hear me out, Vanjira. Helvian de Sille has asked me to bring her a slave. She's paying good money, very good money in fact, and you know, business is business. He looks at Vanjira full of apprehension, waiting to hear her response. All right, and here I'm gonna say, hey Olaf, you sent me, oh nice. Cool, that means I also need to think of a cool Easter egg for you to add in the mod. I don't know, your mod is a mine, right? It's a mine, and I know there's a whole mine management system. I don't know your mod, so I don't really know what could be a cool Easter egg. It's huge. Well, I was talking with Danina, and she's super, super hyped about your mod, so now I'm super, super hyped about it as well. I'm really curious to see. You sent me a Aquaman. All right. Okay. What I'm going to do, I'll show you. We have just a quest where you go to the Abyssin Polar Mine, and all you have to do is kill the blighted creatures. I think I'm gonna add yours. It's just a vanilla mine that has been sexified a little bit with the OAAB. Can you tell me a little bit more? Like, oh, how about the name of your mine? Like, I would like to make it obvious when the players, about the Quaman, about the mine, where they come from. Because like if they play our mod and they've played yours, they go, oh, they have a Quaman too. But they might not realize that it really is from your mod. So like they came from the dark, okay. Like I need something to make it obvious to the player that this is part of your mod, but it happens to be also in ours, if that makes sense. To give you an idea, I created a clothing item, a locket, and I gave it to Melchior, and it will be put somewhere in their mod, and when the player finds it in their mod and give it to one of our NPC that talked about the person on this locket, then they get a reward. It's a creature that was made by a mad 6-house leader as an experiment. Okay. Are they found somewhere in your mind or deep beneath your mind? I've been watching The Lord of the Rings, so now I'm thinking, you know, of Moria and the Balrog, because, you know, they come from darkness. If you want to give away too much before we... I understand. Okay, I'll think about it some more and how to implement it. I just want to make sure that if the player finds that Quaman in here, we're right now we're watching The Rings of Power, and I'm sorry, but I'm enjoying it. And the good thing for me is I have read the Silmarillion, but that was years and years ago, and I'm a bit ashamed to admit, but I read it very quickly. I thought it was like I was a teenager at the time. Maybe I should read it again now. Maybe it would be different. Who knows? Maybe I'm smarter. But I felt that the Silmarillion was not as fun as the Lord of the Rings. It felt more like a historical account rather than a story. So it's familiar enough, even if it's not completely true to the source material. Wow, you really don't like it? I like it. I enjoy it. It's a different part of the story. It's not a different, it's a part of the story that we haven't heard before. A lot of people will have read The Lord of the Rings. Fewer will have read The Silmarillion. So, no, I enjoy it. So that's what we were watching. And there is Moria and there is the Balrog. So that's what I was thinking. But also just bad as a series. I don't know. It's bad in so many ways as a Tolkien adaptation. Cringe dialogue, non-existent pacing, and I guess I'm an easy customer. Now, I don't know that once we finish the series, I don't think that I will want to watch it again. But yeah. Oh god, useless pandering. Oh well, I'm enjoying it. I don't know that it's going to be in my top 10 series, but I'm enjoying it. So, sorry to disagree. All right, but seriously, Olaf, I'll think about your Aquaman and how to have it best. In the mod so that people know it comes from your mod. I'll probably ping you on Discord and so you know, whatever idea I have, I can run it past you, not past you, by you. Oops, you saw nothing. I can run it by you and we'll figure out something fun. Cool. Now, what was I doing? I was testing the quest. And this is when we talk to Vanjira. Now here, no. Supplies. A bunch of things can happen. Again, I took into account, like I looked at all the quests, or at least most of the quests that involve slaves and slavery. Yeah, Kalinta, that's a brilliant idea. Send it to me on Discord, and I'll do the same thing as with Olaf. I'll look at it. I'll look at our mods and the different quest locations that we have. Try to think of a fun way to introduce it, and then make sure you agree. And I'll try to think of something else from our mod that could be in your mod. I'll have to think of something. Yeah, I'll have to think of something, but now I need to finish this. Oh, there. Profits are meager. I was telling you about the choices. Right now you have 4 choices. Essentially, 2 of them are pro-slavery and 2 of them are against slavery. So you get to sway her one way or the other. You get that option if you've never dealt with slaves before. If you haven't delivered that Khajiit from the Kamonatong to the other Kamonatong people, if you haven't met the escaped slave that you find in various places, if you haven't done the Hlanu quest where you have to free a number of slaves, and so on and so forth. If you have done those vanilla quests, depending on your choices, like if you had that Khajiit from the Kamonatong and you did deliver her to Balmora to be gutted to retrieve the moon sugar, I think it was, then the only choice you have here is pro-slavery. If on the other hand you went all the way to Ebonheart to take that female Khajiit to Imkelaya, then you only get one option, and that's against slavery. But here, because my character has done nothing, well, the player gets the choice, because they haven't had a chance to decide anything just yet. I have saved, so we can also. and we are talking to Vanjira. Slavery choice, slavery dialogue, and this is our meager without space. Yeah, see, I was telling you we're gonna have bugs now. No. We still have stupid typos. Oh well. You are right. Give the contract and scrolls to Port. We will finish this unpleasant business as soon as possible. Vajira took the news with calm and agreed to let Port deliver the slave to Helvian Desalé. I should give the letter and scrolls to Port. Ooh. There we go. This time it's a bug. We're clicking the supplies topic actually breaks. So let's have it. This will be cleaned anyway. All right, we are talking to, this is the one. Okay, why is it the set position? I think I didn't do that properly. Remove item. That should be fine. And we start the game again. And we can have the music again. Dry lips. Now I don't know if this is coming from the YouTube video that I have playing the Morrowind soundtrack, or from the game that is loading, and it's taking a long time. There we go. Saran Part 2. I talked to her about the supplies. I convinced her to go through with the deal. I talked to Core. Okay, good. It was that set disposition. I didn't put it properly. Thank you for the escort and for reasoning, Vanjira. You may send word. No, that's not what I wanted to say. It was you may go back to Saran, and then I changed it to I will send word. Okay. And quest, I will send word. Thank you. That is one way to finish the quest. So from there on, all you have to do is go to Saran and talk to Helvian Desalé. One thing that I need, oh, I don't know. No, that shortcut didn't work. I don't have the acrobatics for it. I have the speed, but not the acrobatics.
Yes.
And we finished the quest. Now what I need to do there is add an extra bit of dialogue, info on herd. Like herd? What herd? A herd of dwarves? No, not at all. In the vanilla quest, if you go to the Black Shore Corner Club and you talk to the bartender, that's not the word I want. You know, the bartender there, we're gonna go there. He has a rumor, and it's the only one who has that rumor, I think. We want to teleport to the Black Shore Corner Club. Publican. If you talk to the publican, he has... Oh, I don't have. Does it rumors? Oh, I need to delete that line. Oh crap, you don't give me the rumor. I guess there are other conditions for it. Let's fix that. What did I want to change? Yes. Line about NPC removed. There was an NPC originally added by Alice, and he's been removed from that plugin. He's going to be added in the other plugin that Alice is working on with different crew quests, but I forgot to clean that line. Anyway, he tells you about a pirate, a bandit. I think it's 20. Yes. And they have their hideout not too far from here, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go there. I've taken the dungeon and I can't really make very large dungeons, so you could say I cheated, I suppose. For now we have a fake boat. Don't mind the boat. It's not doing anything. So what I've done with this, I'll show you from the outside, because I didn't want to create a brand new dungeon. So that bit here and here, that bit of corridor is from the original dungeon, and then this bit of corridor and largish room is also from the original dungeon. And what I've done is I cut it in two and I added a big ass cell in a desperate attempt to create some verticality. Verticality. There we go. So that is the cell. So that's it. I have spent more than a day making this cell. It's quite sad. And there's zero clutter. It's just rocks and roots. That's pretty much it. So the path itself is very simple, but I've tried to make it, you know, proper cave-like, shall we say. I think I might add something down there. So that thank you, King. That's what I should have gone for. And so I've added, you know, the rocks and everything. And some of the roots. I don't know that more is better at this point. I'm quite happy with this little bit. We have a little waterfall, because why not? I have added a very old sunken ship. Hey, you're supposed to be dead. You're dead. Where you find... Oh, I need to add the locket. You find a note. I need to change the name. You find a note from the Ancestral Ashcan, i.e. the team with the Melchior, etc., etc. Name of a note. I need to change that. And I need to add the locket. So this is a spoiler. This is where you get and you find some drams as well. That also comes from the Ancestral Ashcans mod. And the note, but I'm not going to show it to you. I'm not going to spoil it for you. You're supposed to be dead. Like, it's kind of dead and animated. That's weird. I need to move the door marker, because when you get out of here, you can't get out of here. Detailed Devil, hello, how are you doing? Dead and animated? Yeah, it's undead. That makes sense. I'm not gonna go out of my way to try and fix it. That makes sense. We see, what do I want to do? Move door marker. Detailed Devil, I'm happy to see you there. I had a question for you. Your shipyard, I think you have one in Sadaline. Do you have an NPC there, like who's in charge of the place? Move, 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 move. Door marker. Yes, we do. All right. If you want, and if we manage to do it, I'll have to make sure that's possible. But if you want, and if we can do that in time, send me a plugin with that NPC, but don't place it anywhere in the world. So only that NPC with the ID, the name, the face, the everything you want it to have. And what I was thinking of doing, have that NPC in our plugin, but not place in the game. That happens in your plugin. And I'll try to give it dialogue so that the player can buy one of our boats from your NPC. What do you think? What do you think? And the boat would be... So that's my cave. And I don't think I want to add much to it. It's the one sort of vista in the game. That's the best I can do. It does not compare to the sort of dungeons that Sealoff or Melchior or Billy Fighter, for example. That would be a boat like that the player could buy from your NPC. Sounds great. Is it a problem if our NPC has dialogue? No, not at all. Like, I'll make sure I'll create a different topic that only exists in our mod. There will not be conflict between the two. So what I need is a plugin with that NPC, just that NPC, nothing else, not placed in the world, just the ID with the race and the face and the hair that you want it to have. Yeah, no, the boat is like, I wanted to see what it looks like, but yeah, it definitely needs to be deeper. But then again, like the sea level, it's not a sea, it's a puddle, which is going to be a problem, you know, when you want to be sailing, especially here, you know, between the Escaden Isle and Tamriel Rebuilt. There isn't that much sea, and it's not really deep either. But, you know, for now it's like that. Simply, it should be as part of our quest. When you finish the Suran quest, and there's more things to do, when you finish that, you get this boat in addition to your original boat. It's a lot of things. Still better than the infinite Minier in Telvanni waters. That's another thing. It's gonna be hard to maneuver as well. Alright. We've tested this part of the Suran quest. However, you can... There's the second option where you talk to Vanjira and you convince her that bringing a slave to Helvia and Drusilla is not a good idea. So she agrees with you, you give her the papers. She's supposed to teleport. Alright, well, at least the dialogue is kind of working. There. Oh, and now she teleported. I'll have to double check that dialogue. I remember one of the old ship mods could damage the ship if you ran around or hit rocks and you had to pay for repairs. Nice realism. We're not going to have that. Maybe, you know, after the madness? Possibly. Alright, let's see what we have in our list of things to fix. Move the door marker. The other thing that I wanted to do is Vanjira, Tipe to boat. Didn't fire, I'm not sure why, or if fired later. I need to take a look at all these parts of the dialogue. But we've done pretty good. Let me see the quest that we have. Iza quest is good. Rivnel I know is good. Vanjira quest is the one I quickly took a look at. Clearly I'm gonna need to take a look at it. This is our starting quest. It's in a different plugin. Tested. Mostly tested. I still need to, like, if Poor is dead, then she asks you to go to Vanjira directly, so I need to hook the dialogue differently when you meet Vanjira for the first time because you don't have Poor. The Tel Aron quest we haven't tested. I mean, I'm gonna have to do it together differently. And the Tel Mora, we talked about it last week. I'm not sure I'm going to implement it. First reason being, when we talked about it, I didn't really know how to explain. There was that corpus stalker on the first floor of Berwyn's house, and then we were talking about compatibility with of Ash and Blight, Telmora. So it was complicated and I didn't know what to do and how to do it in such a way that I would be compatible with the next version of the mod. So I might not do it, and there's time. And you see, we tested a few quests and most of them are good. However, Lucifer is still working on our starter quest line. It's the quest that starts everything. I am not... Yeah, it came in a crate, and I like that. I like the idea that the creature was sent, say, from Thirana to the other crazy lady in Telmora, but there was a mix-up. I really like that. However, Luce asked Melchior, and his plan is to say that the corporate stalker escaped from a secret lab in Telmora. So I don't know, like, I don't want to create something now that I know will be a conflict. Like, tell a different story from another mod later, particularly if it's another mod that I want to play. So then again, maybe if I make the quest first and then I tell Melchior, look, that's the explanation I gave, you work with it. That's another possibility. We'll see. But I think, yeah, it should come in a crate. Destined either to her or I don't know, we'll see. But I think realistically, I don't think I should try to implement it, because you've seen the quest. They're not like, oh, I need this, do that, done. Like I try to have multiple ways to start the quest or finish the quest and ways of doing it in the middle. And I would rather that all the quests have some level of complexity rather than have more quests where the quest is, hey, I heard there was this in Vivek, and you go to Vivek and they tell you, well, yeah, there is this, it's here. Quest done. So I think I'll leave it at that. But yes, what we're missing here is the get a boat quest. and I will be done. Lucifer is working on it, and the dialogue is mwah, really, really nice. So the player will start with a quest written by Lucifer, you know, with quality dialogues. And then they'll go around to recruit the crew, and that is written by Alice, so also quality dialogue. And then they'll go and do the supply quest with dialogue. But with the commas and the full stop where they need to be, so, you know, pretty pleased with myself there. And I think, guys, we're going to call it a day. It's been a while, and I'm getting really thirsty. I need water, and I think I need to stop modding. Yep, I need to stop modding. Tomorrow is Monday. I don't have classes, so I will be able to mod quite a bit. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are... No, I'm actually thirsty. I know. Like, I do have a little bit of coffee still, but that's gonna make me thirsty even more. I need water, actual water. It's so rare. Anyway, we only have just a few days. I have 3 modding days left until the deadline. We will see. We'll see how it goes. For now, we save this. Yes, no, that's fine. Don't worry. Exit. I don't have fast exit. No, expeditious exit. I don't have that ready. Okay, let's see. Do we have anyone? Anyone we know? Anyone we like? Or we don't know, but has a good idea of actually playing Morrowind? Surely some people do that. What? You have to see this. I don't get it. I search for Morrowind, so there's me. People searching for Morrowind also search. Is that a fact? I am not the one searching pools, hot tubs, and beaches. I am not. It's gotta be other people searching for Morrowind. What is this about, guys? Anyway, apparently we have a root box exclusive, but this is not Morrowind. But still, it's like, what is she doing? Is she working out in bikini? Wow. I've messed up my TDM. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Anyway, so English Buru. Let's go say hello to Max. No, you wouldn't let me say hello to Max. Yeah, okay, fine. Right, let's put this away. We don't need to see more. And let's get the raid started, guys. As ever, shut up, me. No. So rude. So rude. This Dana is. She talks over me like that. Can't stand it. Really. What was I gonna say? Thank you so much for spending time with me, even though we weren't even playing Morrowind. I promise you, we will be playing Morrowind again in November. Probably in November, okay? I hope. Anyway, until then, have a great time. Oh crap, I need to start the raid, maybe. Well, we're not raiding because the guy has disabled... Oh no, I know. We can say hello to Verayax. He's playing Baldur's Gate, probably with a multiplayer with successfully lost. Verayax LP. Let's do this. Let's go say hello. Yes. Guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll see you on Discord. There's going to be the More Oblivion episode And see you soon. Bye, everyone.